One gap that I personally identified was that a lot of designers have visually beautiful portfolios. They have brilliant interfaces and beautiful visual design, but that's not going to cut it for you, not in 2025. So that is where most of those designers were struggling because they do have a lot of visual stuff to show, but they're applying for product and UX jobs. And there was clear gap. Those designers are not able to position themselves as strategic problem solvers, and that is where the gap was. So the hiring manager is looking for someone who can come in and have an impact on the business matrix from day one. They are definitely not looking at a visual designer if they're hiring a product or UX designer, because these days companies have an easier option. They can always choose an AI tool and prefer to pay a monthly subscription to them over paying a monthly salary to a designer. So, where does that leave you as a designer in 2025 and in the future? That is exactly where product strategy comes in. You need to think like a strategist, someone who's more analytical rather than just a creative person, because you need to position yourself as a bridge between user needs and business goals. So you are the advocate for the users inside your organization, and nobody's going to take that away from you. But additionally, you also need to think about the business KPIs and the metrics that drive your revenues and your annual or quarterly goals. So that is where systems thinking comes into play along with design thinking. And one way to do that is to translate your design goals into business goals. So let's say you are redesigning something and you want to make the onboarding flow better. But how do you explain that to your executives? You talk to them and you bring in some numbers and you say that, this new design or this redesign will improve the onboarding by 20%. So we're going to have a higher user retention or maybe a higher sign up rate because of this new redesign. That instantly proposes the value of design within a